Hey guys, okay, so this week we are going to start analogies. Analogies are going to take us through all of third quarter. So this week is kind of a very easy introduction. We're going to start working with analogies and get ourselves ready for what we should be doing the entire quarter. So our focus for pretty much, we think it'll be the whole quarter, is going to be on solving analogies. Our objective will be that we can solve analogies from 8 of the common types, and this is just standard L65. We'll know we've got it when given 10 analogies, we can correctly solve 8 of them. So if you're like, okay, well, what am I solving? What are analogies? Analogies are 2 pairs of words where you're given one complete pair and then the second pair is missing one word. And sometimes we'll see that they can be listed in different orders. But each pair of words is related, but the 2 pairs of words aren't related. So if I have 4 words, words 1 and 2 are related, words 3 and 4 are related, but the 2 sets aren't related to each other, but they share the same relationship. So if words 1 and 2 are synonyms, words 3 and 4 are synonyms. If words 1 and 2 are types of something, then words 3 and 4 are types of something. And we can use that relationship between the complete pair that we're given to solve the incomplete pair. We're going to focus on 2 types of analogies per week throughout the quarter. Throughout the quarter, you'll have quizzes each week on those 2 particular types after we've practiced with them. And then midway through, we'll have a big review quiz where we go over all of the types that we've done so far. And then at the end of the quarter, we'll have a big analogy test, antonym test, a big analogy test where we have all the different types of analogies. But until we get there, we'll be working in small chunks. So the types of analogies or the most common types, I should say, there can be more different types, but the most common types that we're going to focus on, you can see that we have synonyms, antonyms, part and whole, tool to worker or purpose, a type of, an object to an action, a characteristic, a source, degrees of intensity, and cause and effect. If those don't make a lot of sense to you, they will as we go through. So let's get started with our intro to analogies. You'll see analogies written in 2 different ways. So the first way is actually written out in words, and it's rain is too sad as sunny is too blank. What do you think you would fill in the blank there? Rain seems sad, sunny seems happy. And then in the second way, you'll see that there's one word, a colon, and then another word. And then in between, they have 2 colons and then a word. And here's where we need to solve it. When you see it like this, you don't read it blue, colon, navy, colon, colon, red, colon, blank. I would still say blue is to navy. And that double colon, I say as red is to blank. That's just a kind of a shortened way of writing an analogy. Both of them are read the exact same way. So in this, I have blue is to navy. If I think about the relationship between those, navy is a darker shade of blue. So I would think, red, a darker shade of red, maroon. Red is to maroon. That would make sense. So to solve analogies, you determine the relationship between the given pair of words, and then you apply that same relationship. And we will work in small chunks where we know what the relationship is. And then you will also be given somewhere you have to determine the relationship. So that's just finishing up what we already went over. So the simplest analogies are synonyms, not cinnamon, but synonyms. Remember that synonyms are 2 words that have basically the same meaning. So if your given pair of words are synonyms, the second pair is going to be synonyms as well. So let's try some synonym analogies. My first one is smart is to intelligent as sly is to, and I would have to think, okay, smart and intelligent, those mean about the same thing. If I say someone is smart, I could also say someone is intelligent. These are synonyms. So I think, what's a synonym for sly? Well, I always think of like the sly fox and the gingerbread man, the one that's like trying to trick him. So I would say someone that is sly is someone that is sneaky. And that would work. That would fill in the blank. And then now I see that in number 2, I see this second set, and you'll see this one is written with the colons. Remember, I don't read happy, glad. I say happy is to glad as rival is to. So I'm going to look at my given pair of words. This is my given pair here. Happy is to glad. Well, those are synonyms. If I'm happy, I'm glad. So a rival, well, what's a synonym? If someone is my rival, they're someone who I don't get along with or someone that I want to beat. I might even say they are my enemy. So happy is to glad as rival is to enemy. So you guys are going to try 3, 4, and 5, and then we'll see how you did. Now, I do want to point out something. In number 4 here, the pattern is a little different, and that's okay. You are still going to focus on your given pair of words to figure out the relationship. So make sure it doesn't matter where the blank is. The blank goes with smirk. So you're going to look at cautious and careful first and see what the relationship is and then fill in the blank. Go ahead, answer the questions, and then we'll see how you did. How'd you do? So you should have had wrecked is to ruined, as little is to small. If you had another word but that means small, tiny, minuscule, anything like that, those would be okay, as long as it is another word that means the same thing as little. And then for smirk, you should have smile or grin or something like that. And then in number 5, you would have discuss is to converse, as annoy is to irritate. I can't think of another word that you would have instead of annoy, but maybe you did have a different word. As long as it meant the same thing, maybe bother you might have as irritate, then you would be on the right track. So those are your synonym analogies. All right, the next simplest form of analogies are a lot of times the given pair might be antonyms. Remember, antonyms are 2 words that mean that have opposite meanings. So not just that mean different things, but they actually have opposite meanings. So if the given pair of words, wherever it's at, are antonyms, the second pair will be antonyms. So let's try some. So in number 1, I have significant is to, well, that one's a synonym. Significant is to important. Those are synonyms. I messed that one up. Ignore number 1. Modern is to ancient is an antonym, but significant is to important is not correct. So ignore that one. Number 2, miserable is to elated. Those are antonyms. I did not make a mistake on that one. Miserable and elated mean the opposite. Miserable means I'm very just not happy with things. I'm very upset. And elated means like I'm extremely overjoyed. So muscular, I would need the word that means the opposite. And I'm thinking of weak doesn't really mean the opposite. I could use it. I'm thinking of the word scrawny would work. So you guys are going to go ahead and you are going to do 3, 4, and 5. Read the given analogy and apply that same relationship to the second analogy or to the second pair of words. How'd you do? You should have had east is to west, give is to take, and true is to false. All right, so before we go, let me know, how do you feel about analogies? Do you feel like good, like I totally get this, like bad, I'm not sure what you did? Do they seem easy to solve? Is there anything that confuses you? Just let me know how you're feeling. And then also, if you have anything good you want to share with me, let me know. If there's anything that's growing not so great, let me know. Remember, only Mrs. Mutzbauer and I see these. No one else sees those. So we will see you soon. Let us know how you feel about analogies and have a good day.